Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be talking about Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing made his first debut in House of Secrets issue number 92 in the June-July issue of 1971. But the current Swamp Thing made his debut in Swamp Thing Volume 5, issue number 1 in November of 2011. Now, there's always been avatars of the Green, but there's only been 3 of them that have been told before the current one, which is Alec Holland. These previous versions were World War II pilot Albert Hollerer, and then there was Aaron Hale, and then there was Alan Hallman. But their runs as the character were brief, so we'll stick with the main character, Alec Holland. Now, Swamp Thing is based out of Yuma, Louisiana, which is reasonable because he's obviously from the bayous. And he has a variable height and variable weight, having red eyes and no hair. Swamp Thing can inhabit and animate plant matter anywhere, including alien plants, even sentient ones, and construct it into a body for himself. As a result, bodily attacks mean little to him. He can easily regrow damaged or severed body parts, and can transport himself across the globe by leaving his current form and transferring his consciousness to a new form grown from whatever plant matter is present in the location he wishes to reach. He even grew himself a form out of John Constantine's little tobacco supply on one occasion. Swamp Thing is normally slightly larger than the average human, but he can grow bodies much larger. He once used Sequoiadae to grow a body the size of an office block. Swamp Thing does possess formidable superhuman strength, but while Swamp Thing's strength has never been portrayed as prominently as many of his other abilities, he is arguably one of the most powerful beings in the DCU. DC's New 52 continuity made several changes to him, though mostly highlighting previous abilities and a physical look not dissimilar from his previous incarnations. Swamp Thing was then placed permanently into the Justice League Dark team lineup. This partnered him with many familiar faces like John Constantine, Zatanna, and Deadman, his powers and abilities making him the true powerhouse of the team. Although the limits of his power levels have not been established, he has demonstrated sufficient strength to rip large trees out of the ground with ease and trade blows with the likes of Etrigan the Demon. Being able to control any form of plant life, he can make it bend to his will or accelerate its growth. This control even extends to alien life, as he once cured Superman of an infection caused by an exposure to a Kryptonian plant that was driving Superman mad and causing his body to burn out its own powers. And recently, Swamp Thing has even been shown to be able to master the elements of fire, earth, water, and air. His expanded powers also including being able to grow every kind of plant, even if it's unknown to him. Now, the backstory of Swamp Thing, Alec Holland, is that he's a botanist that was haunted by inexplicable memories of his own death and visions of a life he had not lived. Now, he tried to find peace by leaving his scientific work and making a living as a simple carpenter. However, he soon found that destiny was not so easily avoided when an emissary of the Green confirmed that he had in fact died. He was meant to have become Swamp Thing, but the fate did not come to pass when his death prevented his body from merging with the Green. Meeting Abigail Arcane, whom he recognized from those same fleeting memories, Alec was drawn into an elemental war between the Green and the force of death and decay called the Black, also known as the Rot. The Animal Man, who is the avatar of the animal force called the Red, joined Alec in his fight between the forces of life and those of decay and death. And when Alec was mortally injured by agents of the Rot, the Parliament of Trees, which are primordial plant elementals, transformed him into the Swamp Thing, and he saved Abby from becoming the horrific Black Queen, which is the avatar of the Rot. As Swamp Thing, Alec destroyed the soulless version of the creature that had existed before him. He fought against the Rot hard, finally overcoming its new avatar, Anton Arcane. And at the request of the Parliament of Trees, Swamp Thing also fought a duel with Jason Woodrue, who's known as the Cedar, to determine which of them would become the champion of the Green. Woodrue briefly took up the mantle after Swamp Thing spared his life, but ultimately Swamp Thing triumphed and finally assumed his destined role as Avatar of the Green. Now, due to his powers and abilities and his influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Swamp Thing a rating of 6, which is an expert rating. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to The New Sage.